The best of money matters. Wealth Tracker.
Welcome to the Wealth Tracker, where we dive into the uncharted territories of niche investment strategies that promise to redefine wealth. Hello, I'm Hongbin Jeong. Now, the emergence of lab-grown diamonds has sparked a revolutionary shift in the diamond industry, challenging the centuries-old dominance of natural diamonds. With advancements in technology, these synthetic stones now offer a more affordable and sustainable alternative, appealing to a growing consumer base. But can lab-grown diamonds truly hold investment value, or will they remain a fleeting trend in a world where rarity and tradition still command premium prices? Which is better, lab-grown diamonds or real diamonds? Well, to find out more, joining me now is Fabio M Cascapera, who is the Han Treasurer at the Diamond Exchange of Singapore. Fabio, welcome back to the show.
Ciao, and thank you very much for inviting me again.
Thank you so much for joining us once again. Fabio, just to start off, I want to see if this myth is true. I mean, most people say you can't tell the difference between a natural, real diamond and a lab-grown diamond. Fabio, is this true? Can you really not tell the difference?
Well, yes and no.
Okay.
It is true. It is true that even an expert cannot see the difference with the naked eyes or even with a microscope. But now there are more than 20 small instruments that can recognize the lab-grown from natural immediately. Well, you see, some have 99% accuracy and some even 100% accuracy.
Oh, wow.
It depends very much on the cost of the instrument.
I see.
Now, may I just say that maybe not many people knows that, for example, recognize natural color stones like ruby, sapphire, emerald from treated or synthetic stone, man-made stone is much more complicated. You know, just a small little thing I want to add is, let me ask you, would you be able to see the difference, for example, between a pure gold or gold-plated jewelry just by looking at them? Definitely, it's almost impossible. That's why, you know, it's compulsory to put the hallmark of the gold content on every piece of gold jewelry. Sorry, I went on, but, you know, I thought it was important to say this.
I see. Now, it is true that lab-grown diamonds have this increased interest. You know, the online search for high-quality lab-grown diamonds has tripled in the last decade. This correlates to the fact that the number of millennial consumers of grown diamonds has gone up from 57% in 2016 to 70% in 2017. What's leading to this increased interest into lab-grown diamonds?
Okay, let me give you a quick information about what is considered lab-grown diamonds and a short history. Lab-grown diamonds are actually synthetic diamonds. That means that are diamonds that are made by man. You know, in 1954, General Electric was able to produce the first synthetic diamonds. You just put carbon under very high heat and high pressure, and they were produced synthetic diamonds, which actually were physically and chemically very similar to natural diamonds. But, you know, the cost was very high, and then this kind of procedure was left. We had to arrive in the 90s when actually these synthetic diamonds or natural-grown, lab-grown diamonds came into the market. Now, it was used a procedure called CVD, carbon vaporization deposit. And this was possible to produce a much larger quantity of synthetic diamonds at a fraction of the price. So the fact that these man-made diamonds look like natural diamonds, but they cost so much less than natural diamonds, I think this is the main reason why there is an increase of interest on lab-grown diamonds.
I see.
I think there is a second one, which is a demand of lab-grown diamonds for industrial use. Another reason, definitely, is that there is a perception that these lab-grown diamonds are much more environmental friendly than the natural diamond. But I must say that today there are different schools of opinions in this regard.
Okay. So how do the pricing trends of lab-grown diamonds compare to natural diamonds then? And how might this affect their, potential for capital appreciation over time?
Well, pricing trends between the two is very clear. One has fallen very drastically and actually continue to fall. That is the lab-grown diamond.
I see.
I give you proper example. I would say 5-6 years ago, when they had an impact on the diamond market, 1 carat diamonds was traded at about $5,000. 2 years ago, went down to $2,000, and now I would say is even less than 1,000.
Oh, wow.
I would like to share with you a very interesting article that came out recently. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of India made an official statement to actually undervalue a present that was given by the President Modi to Mrs. Jill Biden when went to an official visit in India, and that was in June 2019. Actually, it was presented a 750-carat emerald cut, lab-grown, produced in India. And it was presented at a declared value of $25,000 US. Today, the ministry itself has actually officially revaluated this stone at only $5,000.
I see. Well, Fabio, do you think that the pricing disparity between lab-grown and natural diamonds will narrow or widen in the future?
Well, I do believe that the price difference will widen. I think first because the cost of production of lab-grown actually is continuing to reduce. And even if the demand is increasing, the know-how of the production will be easier to acquire, and more companies will be able to produce lab-grown diamonds at a much cheaper price. And then a second reason, I'm actually convinced that the price of natural diamonds has reached a very low level, and I think they should return to their historical upward trend.
I see. Well, reports by Morgan Stanley estimated the market size of lab-grown diamonds at between $75 million and $220 million. And analysis by Citi estimates that the lab-grown diamond industry represents 2% of the overall rough diamond market, but by 2030, it could climb to 10%. So, Fabio, do lab-grown diamonds have investment potential?
Actually, you asked the wrong person, but I definitely don't think so. Now, there is no resale value for lab-grown diamonds. So in any of the diamond bourses in the world, like Antwerp, New York, Bombay, for example, lab-grown diamonds are not traded on resale market.
Right.
Also, if you think of it, the major auction houses like Sotheby's or Christie's, at the moment, they do not auction any of the lab-grown diamonds. It is interesting what Mr. François Courriel, who is the head of the Christie's Asia Pacific, said in a latest interview. I quote to you. He said, "Never is a word that is not part of my vocabulary. But for the time being and the foreseeable future, we will not offer lab-grown diamonds, either blue or other color, in our sales." So this gives you a little bit more of an idea.
I see. Well, then, you did mention that maybe lab-grown diamonds don't really have investment potential at the moment, but things could change, right? I mean, what factors differentiate lab-grown diamonds from natural diamonds in terms of long-term investment value?
Well, unfortunately, my opinion is that there is no differentiation in terms or investment between the two. These are really two different items. One has no investment value. Natural diamonds instead hold their value over long term, and also, since the beginning, can be also used as a source of portable wealth in time of need. And I would like to add one thing, because I really am a passionate lover of the natural diamonds. You see, natural diamonds are a gift from the earth to us. It takes billions of years to be created, and it will take 200 million at least of years to reach the surface. It doesn't exist any natural diamond which is identical to another. Even if you find many natural diamonds which are the similar characteristics, you remember last time I mentioned color, clarity, cutting, carat. Well, nature creates every single diamond with its own identity, differences, unicity.
Right.
Now, each natural diamond that you hold, for me, carry a story that goes back billions of years and is really unique and rare. We go back to ancient time. Natural diamonds, a symbol of rarity, everlasting. You remember the advertising, very famous, diamonds are forever.
Right.
That's a very powerful advertisement. And then has been always considered, since ancient time, the most valuable element you could find in nature. Now, there is a new campaign that is going around the world, which has been done by Natural Diamond Council, that says as follows: natural diamonds are real, rare, and responsible. You see, now the fact that in the country, lab-grown diamond can be made by man anytime, any quantity, any very, very low cost, feel that we can't even compare the two.
I see. Well, I feel like I know the answer to my next question, but just throwing it out there here, Fabio. Do you believe lab-grown diamonds will ever hold the same investment value as natural diamonds, or will they remain separate in terms of market perception?
Well, as I said, I think you know the answer. Yeah. Synthetic diamonds, as I prefer to call, have no investment value. And I don't think the price will rise. I see instead more and more reaching two separate markets and becoming two different articles.
Well then, Fabio, could we see the emergence of hybrid diamonds, a mix of natural and lab-grown that might influence both the retail and investment markets?
I don't think so, but at the moment, hybrid diamonds are not popular. Again, these are stones that man tries to create to simulate natural diamonds. Hybrid, again, will be even less similar to natural than the lab-grown because it's a mix. Why anyone would like to, dilute the price of natural diamond by combining two of these, unless their intention are not so, let's say, clear, no? But let's say, assuming anyway that we have this hybrid, and this is declared as hybrid diamond, this will only sell at a price similar to lab-grown and not the other way around.
I see. So in terms of long-term value appreciation, I believe that you believe that, natural diamonds will provide better returns for investors in the next 10 to 20 years. Why is that so?
Okay, again, of course, only natural diamonds in the long term will appreciate in value. That's what I think. But let me try to be a little bit objective. I want to answer you with some facts, personal facts. Okay, I have been in this line trading with natural diamond for the last 45 years. And I've seen the price of natural diamond going up and down, okay? Today, for example, the price is about 20 to 30% less than 5 to 6 years ago. I could identify the reason of this fall with the COVID epidemic, the two wars, in Russia and Gaza, the slow of the world economy, and also, as well, the confusion that we had between the lab-grown and natural. But this is important. If I compare, for example, the price of a 1-carat brilliant cut natural diamond, let's say D, which is the best color, flawless, which is clean, then I was trading in 1980 when I started to work. At the wholesale level in the Antwerp market, the value of this stone was around $2,000 US.
Right.
Today, with the up and downs, the same stone in the same trading place in Antwerp is quoted around $25,000 to $30,000. So big increase. For what is concerned lab-grown diamonds, again, fact, 5 years ago, when it started to actually come quite strongly into the market, the price was $5,000. And now, today, as I say, it's less than $1,000. So these are actually facts. It's not only my sentiment.
I see.
Yes.
Just before we let you go, are there any specific trends or developments, that could influence the future investment potential of lab-grown versus natural diamonds?
Well, I mentioned the potential use of lab-grown in the industry. I really also cannot see what could be the market for lab-grown that enhance, this value. Definitely consumer demand will increase, but maybe it could be used for, custom jewelry, for example. I believe that also the reason for sustainability, ethic that was promoting the lab-grown at the beginning is less and less strong. And in the other hand, the company that mines most of the natural diamonds like the BS, Rio Tinto, BHP are now much more concerned and active promoting these green issues.
I see. Well, thank you so much, Fabio, for your time and your insights today.
Thanks to you.
Thank you. That was Fabio M Cascapera, who is the Han Treasurer at the Diamond Exchange of Singapore. This has been the Wealth Tracker with me, Hongbin Jeong.
Before acting on the information on Money FM, please consider if it's suitable for your own investment objectives, financial situation, and risk tolerance. To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.